shut the front door. What the heck is going on with British weather today, this week, this last month?
It's dry and it's sunny.
Temperatures are expected to reach 31 degrees Celsius in parts of the UK.
But anyway guys, welcome back to another video guys. Today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different, and this is kind of the route I want to go down with this entire channel actually. So hopefully this is going to be a good little bridge between my old content and the new content, and hopefully we can make this work, and hopefully you guys are going to actually sort of enjoy it and not hate it. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this video. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at how to edit Instagram bangers directly from your phone. Roll the intro. So I've just hit record on my phone. What we're going to do is going to put it right here, right now. So now you can actually see, well, what I see on my phone, which is really cool actually. Here you can see my Instagram. Up here is sort of my name where I'm tapping. Hopefully you can see that as well. We've just got, owner of Black Poncho Media, which you guys know. Filmer and editor for TechFlow, which you guys also know. We've also got editor, filmer, photographer and content creator. And then Schlozzo, which is my girlfriend's Instagram handle. She's also called @LilLolaBlogs on the screen right now. If you fancy it, head over there and follow her too, because her content is awesome, and yeah, her blog is molto bene, so make sure you head over there and check that out too. I've been using Instagram for a long time. I've only been using it really properly for the past sort of 2 to 3 years max, I think. So posting on there properly, actual photography bits, photographs, whatever you want to call them, actual photographs that I've taken, videos that I've created, hyperlapses that I've made, etc, 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 and pretty much 99.9% of every single photo has been edited on this phone. Or actually no, not this phone, just generally a phone. But it's all been edited on a phone, which is just mad. Years ago, not possible. Now, far more than capable. Okay, so photos like this, for instance, I took this one on my OnePlus 5, which I'm using right now. I edited that on my phone, same with this, same with this, I edited that on my phone, same with, let me see, this, that. Literally every single photo on this phone has been edited on this phone and on an app on the phone. So, including this, which is even more insane. So anyway, right, let me run you through how all of this actually works. So, first of all, your photo and composition, probably one of the main aspects of a photo, obviously. Right, everyone asks me what camera I use. Right now, right in front of me is the Canon 70D. I've also used things like this in the past, which is the Canon 650D. My most raved about, my baby of a camera. I've had this for years. I earned this camera myself. It was one of those things where I saved up money from my first jobs, etc, etc, and I saved up to get this camera because I wanted it so bad, and honestly this thing is the best. If you can't get this one, which is the 650D by Canon, you can also pick up the 700D, the 750D, the 500D or the 550D. They're all kind of the same really, just a little more, more or less features on each one. If you've got a DSLR and is struggling to find a lens, I cannot recommend enough the 50mm f1.8 prime lens from Canon. This is called the Nifty 50. It's called the Nifty 50 for a reason because, well, it's about 60 or 70 pounds, maybe 50 pounds if you're trying to get one, on the cheap second hand. But it's honestly the most incredible lens. Let me just, here's some photos on it. That's all I can say.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me.
So as you can see with the 1.8 f-stop on this thing, everything's lovely and blurred out in the background. You get some really nice bokeh or bokeh or whatever you want to call it. I have no idea what it's called. I say bokeh. Let me know in the comments actually, because I have no idea how you say it. So once you've got your equipment, you then need to take the shot, obviously. Without the photo, you cannot edit a photo. So what you need to do is go and find your subject, find whatever it is you want to take a photo of and snap it up real quick. I actually did one of those Instagram Q&A things today, and someone asked me, how do you approach a location, or how do you approach sort of a subject or whatever for a photograph? And I don't really approach it with anything in mind other than, I don't know, I'll be walking through town, or I'll be walking to a location or through somewhere or whatever, and something will catch my eye, and I always try and see everything in life through my eyes, obviously, as some sort of photo or as some sort of video. So like, I don't know, I'll see a bird in a tree and I'll look at it and sort of in my head pan round again. Oh, that would make a really nice slow motion shot, that kind of sliding vibe. Gone out of focus, there we go. And I kind of just try and see everything with, like, you know, I try and see every photo through my eyes first and then kind of replicate that and grab it with my camera or with my phone. In fact, 99% of the stuff I take is on my phone. This thing is incredible. Portrait mode, depth effects, whatever you want to call it, on this OnePlus 5 is absolutely incredible. I presume it only gets better and better on the OnePlus 5T and OnePlus 6 or whatever it's called. But I take a lot of my photos on this phone. It's incredible. So, right, let's have a look, for instance, to give you some... to give you a bit of an idea of what I've taken on this phone. So this photo, for instance, this was taken on my phone a while ago. Let me have a look. This was taken on my phone. This was, obviously, you can see my phone there. What else have we got? This was taken on my phone. Really nice depth effect there, especially over here. And then obviously that's Lauren there, as you can see with her name. Okay, so as you can see here, this is my photo editing folder that's on my phone. There's Lauren in the background there. But right in the middle, slightly to the left, you'll be able to see the Snapseed app. Now, right, if I open this, this is where things get interesting. Snapseed is an app by Google. This isn't sponsored, by the way. It's just literally one of my favorite apps. Google, if you're watching this and fancy sponsoring me or giving me some awesome freebies or whatever it might be, hit me up. Email and stuff's in the description. Hint, hint. I can just leave it there. Right, so you click the add button, and that comes up with random sort of downloads and stuff you've got. As a photo there of Alex on the right and a couple of MacBook things for TechFlow. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the side bit here and go all the way down to gallery. Then what we're going to do is select a photo from the gallery, whatever it might be. I'm going to select this one that Lauren took of me the other day that I've also posted on my Instagram. If you head over to Instagram at Lilley, you'll be able to see it there. Go drop it a like if you like it, or leave something in the comments if you don't like it. It's up to you. But this is Snapseed, so you've got the photo here, and you've got things like styles here. So you've got presets essentially. They're not great, I'm not going to lie. They're cool and they're different, but I tend to just completely ignore those. What we're going to do is we're going to go to tools down here, and this gives you a little sort of nice, concise selection of tools you can use for editing your photos. So straight away, I go to tune image. What you're going to do is you bring the brightness up and just, you know, faff about with the settings until you're happy, basically. What I do is bring the contrast up because I film in flat on my camera. Everything's very flat. All the photos are very flat. Everything comes out very non-contrasted and very non-three-dimensional, very 2D. So what I like to do is bring the contrast up quite a bit, maybe bring the brightness back down to save some of those highlights, and then we want to go down. You basically just sort of scroll. I can't remember whether you can see that, but you kind of just sort of go on the screen and scroll up like that, and that brings up the menu, if that can kind of make more sense for you guys. Right, so what you want to do from there is go to saturation, maybe bring it up ever so slightly, head over to ambience. I tend to stray away from this a little bit because it kind of makes your photo look a bit tacky, I think. Then you want to go to highlights, and you can faff about with those, either bringing them down to save some of the details in the highlights. You can see if I bring them down, you can see a bit more detail in the highlights, or you can bring them up to get rid of some of those. Totally up to you again. Same with the shadows, you can either decrease them or increase them. Kind of whatever vibe you're going for, you follow it and do what sort of seems right. Same thing with the warmth. You can either have, you know, like a slightly warm tone or maybe a little bit cooler, depending on how edgy you want to be. Then once you finish, click the little tick in the bottom right corner and move on from there. So let's go into tools again. Details, this is the next thing I do. So I bring the details up by literally like +4, not much at all. Then you want to scroll up a little bit and go to sharpening. Now I bring this up quite a bit. That sort of makes the photo pop a lot more for me anyway, personally. So what we want to do from there is, as you can see, this photo is quite tilted, only a little bit, just subtly. You can see that the black line in the background behind my head, it's quite slanted. So what we're going to want to do is go to rotate, and Snapseed being Snapseed, it automatically adjusts it for you, and bish bash bosh, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. You have a nicely rotated straight in photo. If your photo is seriously funked up, what you can do is click perspective and then go on to free, and then you can basically completely change your photo and alter it from there. Great for shots of buildings or landscapes and things like that. Things that have like maybe a building that is slightly off to the side. You can bring it up a little bit, whatever you want to do. It's great for things like that. Mess around with it and see what you can come up with. So you might have seen things that we've skipped over, such as the healing tool. So, with me being really clumsy, you can see a little dot on the side of my face, which is basically a little cut I had here from shaving. Not very good at shaving, as you can see. But with this healing tool, what you can do is literally just click it, and there you go, deleted completely. So that's that gone. Click tick, sorted. goes from being like that, which is the unedited photo, but it also shows you the imperfection on my face. Let go, gone. Literally fantastic, such a handy tool to have. Right, from there on in, what I then do is grainy film. So this is basically a selection of preset filters that go over your photos that Snapseed have provided you. I go through this pack, I bring the grain all the way down. So basically when you click one of the filters, you'll get two options when you sort of scroll up and down on the screen. You get grain. I tend to bring that all the way down. I don't like grain, not my thing. Lauren loves it, but she really makes it work. Kind of, again, up to personal choice. It's completely up to you. Below that, though, is style strength. So you can see right now it's just a bit much, basically. So you can bring that all the way down. It just gives a nice little tinge to your photo. You can click this little card thing down at the bottom and that'll show all the different presets you can use. I quite like to use XO2 and XO1. They're my favourite ones. XO2 suits this photo a little bit more, I feel. It makes it a little bit warmer. Kind of exactly how I like it. And then move on. The last thing I do once I've done everything else is literally put a crop on it. So it's 16:9. You can obviously change this and do whatever you want with it, but I like 16:9. I think it looks a bit more cinematic, a bit more, I don't know. It gets people's attention, I feel, but that's up to you. Again, down to personal preference. That is that. So click tick when you're happy with it, and there you go. So that's the original photo when you click and hold it, and that is it after. Personally, if I'd taken a little bit more time on this, I would have maybe brought the highlights down a little bit or made it a little less in your face, but as you can see, it's made a huge difference. Once you're happy with that, you click export in the bottom right corner and press save or export as, or simply just share it directly to your Instagram. Completely up to you. If you'd like, drop a comment below, let me know if you want me to kind of cover any other programs like VSCO or Lightroom or anything like that, and I'll try and cover those as well. I do use those, but Snapseed is my #1 go-to editor every single time. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I hope this video helped, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. Let me know down in the comments if you've enjoyed it. I'm going to try and find a fan and put it on because I'm sweating beyond belief right now. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. So don't forget to smash that sub button, smash that like button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.